And the reason the AEW is in the state it's in, it's not because of what Crying Brian's crying about. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with this elitist club with sickos. I mean, it has a little bit to do with that, but at this point and overall, it has to do with creative, man. Because if the creative was there and they were sticking the landing and we could prove this numbers and the shill media wasn't lying for them, and it would be fine. Even if the numbers weren't as strong as WWE's, but they were like fighting their way upwards and we saw upwards trends, amazing. But we're seeing declining trends ever since two creative forces, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk, both left the company respectively. You can pinpoint it to both of those guys leaving as when like mass interest fell off with AEW both times. And so at the end of the day, it all falls on the shoulders of this man right here in a sub-segment of AEW news called The Best Guys, Tony Khan. And we have a video here from Tony Khan on All Hallows Eve in his black suit with his orange tie there. And this is a 9-minute video. He went live to talk about and announce some things. I think he clarified something about the C2 or I think not the C2 with Blood and Guts. I think he announces in this that there's 2 Blood and Guts matches. The women will get one as well, or the men and the women are getting one, whatever either way. And now WWE's moving away from that seemingly. So it's like AEW again, just behind the times, could be the innovative ones to be like, no, we're just going to give the women one because they have the feud that deserves one. They could have been doing that for the last 3 years. Instead, they're just, oh, I know, we'll give them both one now. But yeah, here's some Cringe, Tony Khan.
Hey everybody, I'm very excited to talk to you, and I wanted to go live because I wanted to wish you a happy Halloween on behalf of AEW. And also, I wanted to recommend tomorrow you check out a must-see episode of AEW Collision. It's going to be Fright Night Collision, Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead tomorrow. Some of the top stars in AEW are going to be wrestling, and you're also going to see some of the top lucha stars in pro wrestling, including one match in particular I think is a must-see main event anywhere in the world for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Bandito wrestling against Máscara Dorada for the ROH World title on Collision tomorrow. 2 of the top athletic stars and 2 stars that have really risen to prominence this year.
2 of the top athletic stars. So like, what does that mean, dude?
Bandito.
They're all good athletes. Like, what does that? We're the best. You know, everyone's good at wrestling here. Everyone's good at wrestling everywhere nowadays. Jesus Christ, bro.
Who's become a world tag team champion.
Or maybe not. Maybe everyone's at it, so they're all just at the same level, right? But either way, it's like, bro, they're just 2 great athletes. Yeah, we know, man. What about them? Everyone's a great athlete.
Been a part of some of the best singles matches this year as the Ring of Honor World Champion. This is a huge match for him with Máscara Dorada. Máscara Dorada, somebody who has risen to prominence here. He had a fantastic 3-way match competing for the AEW Unified Championship recently. And I'm so excited to have Máscara Dorada versus Bandito coming up on Collision.
So why does he get a ROH World title match after, like, Bandito, ROH World Champion, wins the AEW Tag Team title, pins the Unified AEW Champion, is getting a shot at the Unified title one-on-one, and then, but along the way, defends his ROH title against a CMLL guy who had a triple threat for the Unified title and lost before in AEW, and somehow he rose to prominence. What? Just make sense of the fucking divisions, man. Jesus Christ, it goes so much further than you think. You'd think he would know that, being like a sports guy.
I'm also very excited to have the CMLL World Championship match with the champion Mercedes Moné, somebody familiar to all AEW fans. The TBS champion, the champion of many promotions all over the world, the face of the Superstation, and Mercedes Moné defending the CMLL World title versus Olympia. Olympia, a challenger we saw last week on Collision, come into Collision tomorrow, and I think it's a must-see episode because this championship match, I expect it to be outstanding.
So here's the thing, right? He always does this where he makes these videos and he's recapping this shit to people who already watch this. Like, the people watching this video are the people who watch AEW. They already know. Or it's some like soccer hooligans who just want to make fun of you, or Jacksonville fans who are just making fun of you. They already know. And so you making these videos this isn't how you attract new people, by reiterating all this bullshit that no one knows what the fuck you're talking about, Tony. On your TV show, you should be taking the 9 minutes throughout the show and spread it out throughout the show and remind everyone of what's going on, like what Alvarez was talking about, and recap it and tell everyone what's going on. And maybe people flipping the channel, or okay, I stop here. Oh, I'm caught up on the story. Okay, I'm invested in these two guys' next match or whatever. That's what you should be doing. He only ever does that on the pay-per-views, but it's like the people who bought the pay-per-view are already the people who bought the fucking pay-per-view, man. So he doesn't get it. Like here, Tony, you got to be like cool, get an editor, have someone like just cool, quick to the punch, catchy. Everyone's like, oh shit, this is funny. Make people laugh. Something quick. Tune into this thing. You don't want to miss it for this reason. Boom. And then during the show, you have a thing saying, Mascara Dorada's become prominent here. He won this fucking match. He did this. And oh no, he got screwed out of it, right? You give him the package. You explain it to maybe someone channel surfing. Instead, Tony thinks like he's just going to say this on Twitter and on Instagram Live. And then he's going to do the show and it's just going to be filled with matches and you're just supposed to know. Because it's all just for the sickos. It's not what Alvarez said. It's this elite group of... No, dude. It's just that Tony just narrowed it down, whittled it down, and caters to just only like internet people instead of thinking bigger than that, you know? Thinking like, whatever. You guys get it, man. It's just...
And the world champion of AEW, Chris Statlander, will be in the house, and Chris Statlander is going to be on commentary for Mercedes Moné and Olympia, and I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited for this show.
See, he just wrote it out, so he's just saying the stuff he wrote out. And then she'll also be on commentary. And I'm excited. Why would anyone be excited for that? Just run through the matches, quick, funny, to the point. Maybe have one of your stars with you. Do like a Mean Gene Okerlund shit. Lean into the fact you're a nerd, Tony. Have fucking Luchasaurus there and like grab you by your neck like Andre did to Mean Gene. I know that's biting WWE, but they're already doing that. Lean into your like, oh, I'm kind of frantic, and do something funny, quick, to the point. Boom. Okay, maybe I'll check out Collision to see this funny guy and this super jack guy in this promo or whatever. Have a wrestler with you to drive this home. And tonight when I take on whatever, tune into whatever. And then on the show, do like a package, a nice fucking reminder in case anybody missed, or in case, because here's the other thing too. Now that, for me at least, WWE's on Netflix, so sometimes like you don't watch an episode till later, or when one episode finishes, the one that, if you haven't watched one, like the next one will come up. Like they'll go and play like last week's episode right after and shit like that. And you notice at the start of the show, you could turn on any episode of WWE. They'll fill you in on what you need to know for that show that you're watching and then what's going to come in the future. In AEW, there's none of that. And it's just Tony sitting in like a bathroom. This is like his personal office. Adam Cole's hiding in the bathroom of his personal office. Yeah, we'll share a bathroom. Every time I got to go to the bathroom, I'm going to come say hi. Is that cool? Oh, okay.
So I highly recommend. It's a special Fright Night Collision for the Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos. And I'm really excited about that. In addition to that, I'm thrilled about the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament. It kicked off on Fright Night Dynamite. We had a great match. It was unfortunate to have Tekla get involved. It's been an ongoing story and a recurring theme with the Sisters of Sin, Tekla, the Triangle of Madness, and Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata. It's a long-standing rivalry.
Think about, like, you don't know. You just turn this on. The Sisters of Sin, Tekla, and the Triangle of Madness. So you're sitting here like, okay, what is that? Like fucking 3 factions that are going to fight each other? Or like, okay, what is that? No, dude, he's trying to, like, he's saying to you, there's no visual element. Nobody knows what any of this means. The Sisters of Sin, which is the Triangle of Madness. And this is the problem too with AEW. No identity, no branding, no understanding of how to get across what a faction is and what like, for instance, you get these factions like the Triangle of Madness, but Sky Blue and Julia Hart together are the Sisters of Sin. The problem is that they just started calling themselves around the same time the Triangle of Madness was the thing, and then you're saying Tekla, who's new on your fucking show, realistically, like, unless you're a sicko watching everything like me. And it's like, fuck, man, that just sounds like a bunch of nonsense. Why would anyone care? Like, Tony, the idea is you're sitting in front of like this FFC and fucking Jaguars thing, like paneling in the background and all this shit. You're sitting here fucking, you know, you're like the sports guy, right? So maybe like you're trying to appeal to some of like the sports fans. Maybe there's some Jaguars fans, Jaguars, who like want to watch, or you want to convert to AEW fans. Would any of this babbling do to get them compelled to watch your fucking show, your wrestling show? It's crazy. It's mad.
This year, since Tekla arrived in AEW, and it's continued in the tag team tournament, and I expect it.
And then why say every match? Sorry to pause, but like, why say every fucking match? Why not say like the two you're looking the most forward to, and then be like, and there's plenty more action. Da 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 da. Just no thought, like nobody just going, Tony, don't do a fucking 10-minute video just babbling the matches.
To continue in Blood and Guts. And speaking of the tag team tournament and Blood and Guts, I'm excited about the debut of a new tag team tomorrow on Fright Night Collision on TNT, just 24 hours from right
on Fright Night Collision. And then he smiles and then he keeps going.
And that is Megan Bayne, the Megasis, and not Penelope Ford, who she's been such a successful tag team with. They've been a great combination, and I was really excited to have them featured in the tag team tournament and in the Blood and Guts. And speaking of the tag team tournament and tag teams, we'll see the debut of a new tag team, Megan Bayne teaming with Marina Shafir. And I'm so excited about this tag team and these two working together. And I echo the sentiment.
You don't sound like it. This is great. Look how excited I am. I swear, it's amazing. Oh, fuck, man.
Of the great Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley we saw on AEW Dynamite. He had strong feelings about this. I also think this is going to be a great combination.
Tell us on the show. So Jon Moxley texted me again and told me every week he does this. Jon Moxley came to me and said, you know, and then in the show, they just have him like looking in a mirror, cutting some cringe ass. Yeah, I'm the Batman, but I'm not the Batman, but I wish I was the Batman. Fucking promo in the bathroom or whatever. Jesus Christ.
Megan Bayne teaming with Marina Shafir of the Death Riders. And I want to first of all say really, really great things about Penelope Ford, somebody who's been in AEW from the very beginning. Since the first show we've done, she's been with us. And through everything, Penelope Ford's been a great star. I was hoping to feature Penelope Ford in the tag team tournament and in the Blood and Guts, which I'll get to in a moment for the women's Blood and Guts, which I'm also very excited.
Penelope Ford has been a great star.
Excited to talk about and very excited about the match. But Penelope Ford, I have such great things to say about her. I think she's been a great tag team partner with Megan Bayne, and Penelope Ford's been involved in some of the hardest hitting, best matches in AEW. She would have been great for this tag team tournament and for the Blood and Guts.
So Penelope Ford's been in some of the best matches in AEW. That's what he just said.
And
what do you mean?
No, the tag team tournament has to continue without Penelope Ford. She's been a great team with.
I can't even name one. I know she's teamed with Megan Bayne a bunch, but otherwise it's like name a fucking one of the matches in AEW history where Penelope Ford's in it and you're like, that's amazing. That will go down in the history book.
Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford
as one of the best
hard.
Matches.
She wrestled with an injury, and I really appreciate that she finished to the very end, competing to the end of that four-way match a couple weeks ago in the great match on Dynamite before the tag team tournament kicked off this week. So we'll see Marina Shafir teaming with Megan Bayne. I think that's going to be a really, really fearsome combination. And Jon Moxley will be coming out on commentary for the match, which I'm also very, very excited about. And I'm excited to see this team. It'll be a great thing to have still a great team entering the tournament with Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir. But our thoughts are going out to Penelope Ford, somebody we were really excited to have in the women's tag team tournament, which continues on Wednesday Night Dynamite with a huge match with Mercedes.
Bro, people are like, I'm trying to go trick-or-treating. What the fuck are you talking about?
Mercedes Moné, the TBS champion, who's competing tomorrow, defending the CMLL title. And Mercedes is spreading herself all over the place.
AEW's for children, man. They're all trying to trick-or-treat, and you're out here telling them about Wednesday Dynamite.
Wrestling in terms of having to be defending titles and taking on commitments. And it continues this week now in the tag team tournament with Mercedes Moné teaming with Athena, the Ring of Honor Women's World.
When he says, is someone familiar to all AEW fans, is he admitting most of his roster unknowns? It's the same thing with how he words this shit. It's just so dumb.
Like, having to be defending titles.
Like, okay, so he goes, Monet's been defending titles and it has other commitments, and she's been so great about that. What other commitments? Like, okay, wrestling for these belts outside. What does that mean, dude? You're just say wrestling for other titles outside of AEW. They're a focal point of your show. Yet Tony Khan won't say any of these Fed names on his program. People are coping saying, oh, it elevates all these titles. Meanwhile, you don't know the name of any of these Feds. They just walk the belts out. It's not like people are looking at the title and going, oh, I'm going to go look up where this title belongs in another fucking Fed. Like, it's nothing like that is happening. Right. And he's like too scared to say, I wonder what's going on. There's got to be some sort of agreement where she can go and do this, but they're not allowed to say. Tony refuses to say the fucking company's name, like the Fed's names on his show or something, because like what's going on where he's like, oh, and these she's been really great at like having matches and other commitments. And it's like, well, what does that mean? Even like just say she's winning titles outside it's her whole gimmick on the show. But they don't explain any of these other titles. They don't even explain like, oh, she beat this person who should be considered. Why? Because she's wrestling TNA people for them who are partnered with WWE. There's something weird there I can't quite put my finger on. And sort of what Plinian was saying there, like it's just the way shit gets worded. Sometimes Monet is someone familiar to all AEW fans, meaning the other people aren't. Exactly. It's like, but I thought he just said Penelope Ford's a great star. So a great star, like as in everyone knows who she is. She's been in some of the best matches. It's like, well, what does that even mean? You know, just say what you're really thinking. It's almost like too much it's like snake oil. It's crossed the point of like, well, I guess carnies are carnies. They're just selling you snake oil, but it just feels like, well, none of this even means anything. You're just saying vapid nothingness. And you see that in his creativity as well. All the stories, they don't really mean shit. It's just these promos are him just saying shit. These fucking storylines are people just doing shit. There's no real end game in sight. So I don't know. You're spot on, and it's just fucking hilarious to me as well. And it's exactly like right what he said there too. Oh, these other commitments, like winning everyone's titles. These are just other commitments to you. Why? Because that's how you worded it in her deal. And you expect we're all these uber smarks where we're gonna like interpret it that way. You're talking to your Twitter, bro. Like you're sitting in front of a Fulham thing with a fucking Jaguars jacket behind you. I mean, aren't you trying to lure some of those fans to why they don't know what the fuck you're talking about? You should be on here going, the former Sasha Banks from WWE. You guys remember her when she main evented? She's here now. Come watch tonight. Peace. You know, that should be what it is. She has 12 titles now. Come learn what they all are. She's the fucking GOAT. You guys didn't even know it. You know? Say some shit like that and fucking get in and out. It's 9 minutes of this shit. We're halfway through. We're well over halfway through.
Wrestling in terms of having to be defending titles and taking on commitments. And it continues this week now in the tag team tournament with Mercedes Moné teaming with Athena, the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, to take on the Babes of Wrath, Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron. What a great tag team they can be. We've seen real chemistry with those two, and I'm excited for that match. What a all-star tag team match and a great tournament that's going to be. And, I spoke about Penelope Ford, how we're really sorry that she's not going to be able to compete in the tag team tournament.
Bro, we know you just talked about Penelope Ford, bro. We know.
This affects plans for sure, and it's made some changes. And also,
well, he just glazes her. The point he's trying to drive home here is she got fucking hurt. She was replaced. Instead of that, we got 4 minutes of him talking about Marina being with Megan Bain and the Death Riders, who's on commentary, and fucking Monet, and she has other commitments, and Penelope Ford, just to get to the point she's hurt and she's replaced. Just come on and say Penelope Ford's being replaced. This is a huge match. fucking tune in tonight or whatever, you know? Let's keep going.
Penelope
I'm sorry,
Ford's been
guys.
involved in some of the best hardcore matches in AEW.
See, she's some of the best hardcore matches
teams
ever.
Teaming with Megan Bayne.
Name one.
So Megan Bayne's going to team with Marina Shafir of the Death Riders. I'm also going to be...
Penelope Ford's been in some of the best hardcore matches in AEW. Which ones? I remember Willow powerbombing Anna Jay off a thing. Every Mox match is a hardcore one on PLE. So, like, Dave gives those all 5 stars. Those aren't all the best ones? Are we talking about the best ones? The best guy. What the fuck? And we're the best wrestle. It's all the best. It's great, and it's the best. Holy, man. I don't remember Penelope Ford's hardcore matches. I'm trying to think of one she was in. I remember Rosa and Baker. That was a good one, narrowing it down to the women. When Anna Jay got powerbombed off the stage, Penelope Ford might have been in that one. And like that was fucked up how she got hurt, but that was a wild match. I can't even really think of her being in a hardcore match, let alone a match, other than recently she's been in some tag matches, you know, like establishing her team, which is cool, but the best hardcore matches.
Making more announcements tomorrow about the women's blood and guts, which is going to have to change because, as you've probably heard, you know, the Triangle of Madness has been involved, and they've been aligned a lot with Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne. Penelope Ford's not going to be able to compete in this match, so we'll announce more about what we're going to do with the match tomorrow.
So the Triangle of Madness has been heavily involved with these other 2 women. Then why aren't they all just one group? Like, why is it always subgroups and like groups teaming with subgroups? And if you have all these groups, just keep them groups. And so, you know, the women, so he's doing women's blood and guts. The participants are going to change. He's doing both men's and women's.
I will say that I'm planning to...
At least that's my understanding. If they are not doing a men's, you can let me know.
Add participants and make it an even bigger match. And even though we're going to miss Penelope Ford, there are so many people lined up knowing that there's a spot available, people wanting to compete. The challenge absolutely has been accepted. There is going to be a women's blood and guts match on Wednesday, November 12th.
So do you see what I'm saying? Like, even that, and again, I'm pausing every 2 seconds. Tony, get it together. So he sits there, and before he announces, he goes, and there is going to be a women's blood and guts. Okay, you just confirmed it. Thank you. But before that, he starts going, and in the women's blood and guts, it's going to be this and this, and we're going to expand it and make it even greater and betterer and the bestest. And then he goes, and there will be a women's blood and guts. So you fucking tell us you're going to make this match better, and we didn't even know that it was a fucking thing until you just said it, but you said it after. Like, holy shit. Tony, just write down on a sheet of paper, I'm going to hit this, boom, 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 watch the show. None of us care or know. You're just announcing that there will be a women's blood and guts. Okay, so none of us knew that Penelope was even supposed to be in it. And in kayfabe, she was injured before anyone even knew it was going to be a match. But Tony's such a fucking wreck. He's such a mess. He doesn't realize that the off kayfabe shit, we don't know. We're not in the fucking room with you, buddy. Just wait until the show and announce the blood and guts and have people talking about it or something. Jesus, hop on here and go, tonight, women's blood and guts being announced. Da-da-da-da. And then you just continue to tell the story on your show. Penelope Ford's hurt and she's not in it because we all would assume that if we're watching, because we didn't know that was supposed to be a match before she got hurt. Am I wrong on this? Like, God damn it.
Greensboro, North Carolina. But the participants have changed. Penelope Ford will not be there, but there's a long line of wrestlers lined up that want that spot very much. It's going to be a fantastic blood and guts, and it's going to be a great weekend of wrestling coming up tomorrow. We're just 24 hours away from this big collision. You've also got a pair of teams that certainly have got unique relationships with each other when it comes to Anthony Bowens and Max Caster, once the Acclaimed, and of course the unified champion.
Hey, the Acclaimed are teaming up, and they were once the Acclaimed. Here's their individual. They used to be called the Acclaimed. They're not, and once the Acclaimed is teaming up now, once again to take on. Bro, no one's following. This doesn't make anyone want to watch your show. It's so Tone. Come on.
And Kazuchika Okada and the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Konosuke Takeshita to the Alpha. And these teams that seem that they want to collide with each other, the teams within themselves, they're going to be colliding team against team, and it's going to be a very interesting battle to watch there as well. So it's going to be a great collision.
Wait. I don't want to spend more time. Can we just go back a little bit? Listen to this last shit, like, bro. Man. Okay, let's
the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Konosuke Takeshita to the Alpha, and these teams that seem that they want to collide with each other, the teams within themselves, they're going to be colliding team against team, and it's going to be a very interesting battle to watch there as well.
They seem like they want to collide with each other, so we're going to collide, colliders. They seem like they want to collide, and they're going to collide. What are you talking about, bro? Just write the line down. Oh, my God. And then Takeshita's the world champ, and Takeshita, the alpha. Even just Tone, just hire a guy to have, like, the shit pop up while you're saying it and just edit these. Like, don't go live. When you go live, have it you, like, sipping a White Claw, sitting on the beach doing rich guy shit. You know? And, when you're doing these, when you're trying to sell people on shit, man, it's got to be more crisp and clear and quick to the punch, you know?
It's going to be a great collision, and you're definitely going to want to miss.
You're definitely going to want to miss. Yes. You're goddamn right, Tone. I'm definitely going to want to miss that.
Tony Khan.
Oh, my God. That is fucking amazing. I need that for the soundboard. That will be on the soundboard pronto. Let's take one more listen. Exactly. You read our minds. Even he knows it. It's a Freudian slip. He knew it. He's like, yeah, this is all boring bullshit. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. I've been up for 2 days and I'm unable to even write the show anymore. I don't know how much longer I can do this. I mean, I'm really sweating this new WBD sale. Oh my God, look at this shit.
Team against team, and it's going to be a very interesting battle to watch there as well. So it's going to be a great collision, and you're definitely going to want to miss,
Yes, you're definitely going to want to miss this. We did, bud. Trust me. You're definitely going to want to miss this. I mean, I'm going to try and take the night off too. I got to be honest. This is fucking getting really bad. He just melts down for the next minute. I'm in over my head, man. I don't know what I'm doing.
Team, and it's going to be a very interesting battle to watch there as well. So it's going to be a great collision, and you're definitely going to want to miss, really, I got to say, the whole show's can't miss. There's great.
You're definitely going to want to miss, I really got to say, it's can't miss. I mean, it's can't miss.
Stuff top to bottom, but you're definitely not going to want to miss these big championship fights with Mercedes Moné versus Olympia for the CMLL world title, and Bandito versus.
It's like, doesn't it say AEW behind you?
Mascara Dorada for the Ring of Honor world title.
But it says AEW behind you. Why are we care about the what the fuck is CMLL and ROH, right?
And like I said, the tag team tournament's going to continue on. We'll see a new team debuting with Marina Shafir and Megan Bain tomorrow, just 24 hours from now. It's going to be on TNT, or you can stream it on HBO Max. And you're not going to want to miss a Fright Night Collision on the Day of the Dead. And certainly you won't want to miss the Ring of Honor World Title match on AEW Collision. A fight so big I had to call it up.
It's so big I had to call it up. Listen to this. A fight so big.
I want to miss the Ring of Honor World Title match on AEW Collision. A fight so big I had to call it up and bring it up to this huge show and put it in front of this great audience we'll have tomorrow on Saturday Night Collision.
I had to call it up. What does that mean? The fight, it was going to be on Ring of Honor, but I called it up. So it is like NXT. Or what? What the fuck does that mean, call it up? You just had the Ring of Honor world champ pin your fucking global champ for the fucking tag champs or whatever the fuck. The fuck is going on, Tone? Oh my God, man. A match so big I called it up. It climbed up the Richter scale, and now it's here on Dynamite.
The Ring
of Collision. The best Collision.
Honor World Title match on AEW Collision. A fight so big I had to call it up and bring it up to this huge show and put it in front of this great audience we'll have tomorrow on Saturday Night Collision. And that is Bandito, the champion, versus Mascara Dorada, the challenger. A rematch from Arena Mexico. And it's going to be part of a big Fright Night Collision. You're not going to want to miss it. It's coming up tomorrow night. Thank you very much and happy Halloween.
Oh, man. What more can we say? That, ladies and gentlemen, was the sub-segment within the segment called The Best Guys, Tony Khan. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is AEW News. Oh, that fucking ruled, man.